You know that feeling where you feel like everything is a little too much? You start feeling overwhelmed again. You start feeling like something is choking you up deep inside, and it's completely difficult to even express how you feel to anybody because how can you even express something that you don't know how to put into words? What if other people look at you like you're a weirdo? What if other people look at you like you're a freak or there's something wrong with you? Or what if people start looking at you with pity, like, oh, here he goes again, here she goes again, oh, you're going on again? And what if the constant fear of someone is going to use what you're about to say against you in the future? What if you have this guilt of burdening others with how you're feeling? You, of course, you don't want to put that on them. Of course, you don't want to tell them what's going on, because if you did, then you'd be admitting to the whole world and admitting to yourself that you're not okay. And weakness is something that is not attractive, right? Yet weakness is something that a lot of us overlook, that it is the main point of being human, making mistakes and being weak and learning how to not only depend on others, but most importantly, depend on ourselves. See, you have to depend on yourself to be able to communicate to yourself how you're feeling, what's going on, what's wrong, to identify these aspects of yourself, even if you can't put words to it. The first point is to be able to identify it. See, if you're like me, who is hyperactive, tends to overwork a lot, I like to go, go, go. And when I'm feeling like something is off inside of me, instead of focusing in on what's wrong, I tend to replace that with hyper focus on work. I will push and I will push and I will push and I will place other people's needs before my own. Why? Because facing my emotions in the current moment is much more scarier and much more of a task than dealing with whatever it is that I have to do externally, aka work, college, or favors to other people. It's easier to distract my mind with that than to deal with what's going on in the inside. Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, there's been some changes to the channel. It's no longer hashtag Dear Me, although I really grew attached to that name. We are now officially Studio Fam. We represent the same messages, the same core values of emotional understanding and connecting with oneself. But this time around, there'll be more things introduced, such as aesthetic videos on every type of emotion, spoken poetry, and of course, educational type of videos like me. So you can hang with me and learn something new with yourself. Yeah. So, those of you who don't know me, my name is Naomi Campbell. I am the founder of Studio Fam, where we explore emotional literacy through different forms of art, such as spoken word, educational videos, and podcasts. Please subscribe to this channel to explore more and see what's coming up in the next few weeks. Any relevant social links will be dropped down below, including the podcast that is available on Spotify and our new Instagram page, which you can also please give a follow, and of course our TikTok page too. So without further ado, please enjoy the video. If you feel like you could relate to anything I just said, this is exactly why I'm filming this video. For people like you and me who need this reminder every once in a while that it's okay to slow down, and that nagging feeling that you're having in your head, that feeling that tells you, you see, look what so and so is doing. Look at how so and so achieved this. Look at how you didn't manage to achieve this. You said you were going to get this done, you didn't get it done. Oh, look, that's a sign that you're not capable of getting anything done. That's a sign that you're not able to achieve your dreams. This video is for people who feel like this, people like me and you. See, lately I've been thinking a lot about how we tend to get stuck, and not like the physical, oh, I'm like, hey, can you like move? My car is blocked in, stuck. Not that kind of stuck. I'm talking about the emotional, spiritual aspect of being stuck. The kind of stuck where you can't process how you're feeling. See, the usual habit of trying to push through however you're feeling and hoping that whatever thing that you're working on in real life is going to help you ignore how you're feeling inside. That usual go to movement of, yeah, this isn't working out, but I'm going to keep pushing through because, hey, it worked before, so it might as well work now, but it's not working now. You're not able to get through it. And that frustration will land you into a feeling of depression, a feeling of you can never get through this. That kind of stuck. That's what I'm talking about. Like when your emotions pile up so much in your chest, no one really notices, not even you, until it's way too late. In my book, Redefining Love, I wrote, most of us weren't taught to regulate emotions. We were taught to perform around them. That line came from me realizing I was great at pretending that everything was okay, but emotionally, I was drowning, girl. I was drowning. You know what? I think Gen Z is tired. Not lazy, not ungrateful. I think just tired. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually drained. I mean, we've grown up seeing everything: beauty, success, failure, war, pressure, all through a phone screen. Just like you're watching me now. And now we're adults who feel like we should figure it all out, who should have everything figured all out. I mean, everything that should be at a standard is right in front of our faces 24/7 to our phone screens anyway, right? But in all honesty, most days we're even like, what even is this? I mean, what's going on? And the worst part is that we feel like we're the only ones who feel this way. There's this one page in my book, Redefining Love, where I said, there's a difference between being alone and feeling alone, and most of us carry both at the same time. When I wrote that, I was sitting in a room full of people and still felt invisible inside because I felt like no one could see what was going on in my head. And in all honesty, no one could. I mean, I was keeping everything to myself. And honestly, I didn't even know how to explain it either. I couldn't put words to how I was feeling, despite being a writer. I know. So if you're in that space right now where everything feels blurry, like you're floating through your days, I want you to hear this. You're not broken, you're just overwhelmed. Just overwhelmed. And that doesn't make you weak, that makes you human. See, I started journaling again, and not like the aesthetic kind. I know it looks pretty aesthetic to me, girl. I know it's kind of cute, but you know. Anyways, I started journaling again, right? But not the aesthetic. Dear diary, it's the 12th of March, 8:30 p.m. I've been feeling a little bit hazy lately. None of that kind of stuff, okay? What I've been writing about was the messy part. Anything that came to my mind, anything that was bubbling up in my head, I literally wrote it all down. If it was not in order, if my grammar was terrible, if English left the chat, I didn't care. I just wrote whatever came to my mind. I wrote the messy kind of, I hate this day. I'm tired. Why did he ghost me? Why didn't my mom smile at me? Why does my dad does this? Blah 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 blah. That kind of messy stuff that you keep in your head. You know what? One of the lies that we're always told that we have to have full clarity of what we're doing before we actually start something. But what if I told you that the journey to wherever you think you feel like you need to go, wherever you feel like you need to process, starts when you actually start? When it came to my journaling, I just started writing and all my feelings poured out. And what if it's the same way with anything you want to do in your life? Clarity doesn't come first, it comes after the action. So if you've been waiting for a sign to start taking care of yourself, this is it. I'm serious, this is it. Write it down. Look at the time. This is it. I want you to pause this video. Okay, after you hear what I have to say, pause the video. Go outside for 5 minutes and just be present wherever you are. Notice the sky, notice the birds, notice the sounds around you. Notice everything, notice the ground, the shoes you're wearing. If you're not wearing shoes, notice your feet. I don't recommend you being outside on the pavement with barefooted. It's not very hygienic, but we listen and we don't judge. Notice everything around you and be present in that moment. Unfollow whoever triggers you to spiral into that whole critique of thought. Start whatever project you wanted to, even if it's messy. Cry if you feel like crying. Laugh if you feel like laughing. Smack something if you feel angry. Scream if you need to. The point is, be soft with yourself. I mean, God is your only witness anyway. I mean, what do you have to lose? Just be soft with yourself for once. Give yourself that permission. You don't need a plan right now. You just need to feel real again. In my book, Redefining Love, I wrote, love isn't just something you give to someone else. It's how you choose to meet yourself in the quiet space. That's the core message of this entire channel, of Studio Fam. not just aesthetics. We got pretty good aesthetics coming up, not just the vibes, even though I am quite vibey with you. I hope so. But real emotional language and emotional literacy being presented in a way that is easy for everyone to understand and connect with themselves. Studio Fam is a place for you to come back to yourself with whatever emotion that you're carrying within the day. To feel, to process, and to breathe. There's way more coming: videos on healing, spoken poetry, short films on different emotions such as anger, happiness, sadness, depression, whatever you can think to name of it, many, many more to come. I'd like you to drop a comment down below if you've been feeling overwhelmed lately. I'd love to know how you're feeling, or even if you just wanted to say same. Let's build a community together. Until next time, homies, be gentle with yourself, and thank you again for staying tuned and listening.